Oh, that's amazing.
We got a tour of the Orlando Regional Health Center, and we got to learn a lot about different kinds of cells. We saw the labs and like all their tissue samples, and basically the behind the scenes of how everything works at a hospital.
If the bacteria was completely covering this disc, that means it's resistant to it. The drug's not doing anything.
For the next generations of pathologists, we need a lot of excited students that want to move pathology forward, because even if you look at like 5-10 years ago, the tools we have to making diagnosis in medicine and pathology, they're all very different now.
It was really interesting to see how everything goes on because, I mean, a lot of people have been to the doctor and you see what happens there, but you don't get to see like what happens when they're trying to diagnose someone or look at the technology behind it or what exactly people do when they're figuring out what illness you might have.
It just opened an entire new world for me. Like, you know, I never knew pathology was such like an extremely important thing like this, and you know, it just completely opened a new world for me. I think it was just looking at all the machines and like seeing how huge the machines are for looking at such like a small, you know, bacteria. It was really interesting.
Like the average person, like give their blood to the blood bank, or like what?
They have certain criteria. You have to be a certain age. You have to
I really like seeing the chemistry lab because there was like the tubes and the technology was like moving and taking stuff from one place to another. It made me more interested in wanting to pursue something like this in the future. I hadn't really thought about it up until today, and now seeing what like everybody does and what their part and what their role and everything is, it's very cool.
It's just amazing, everything that they do, how they look at it. I've always been like a puzzle solver. I always love like looking at how things and try to solve stuff. So that's basically what like draw me to like pathology, to think about it. It's just how they have to solve puzzles every day. So I guess it drew me more to that because I was thinking about other different careers. But today just really draw me closer to choosing pathology as.
I believe I found out that several of the students after this opportunity voiced an interest in either learning more about pathology or possibly going into pathology as a career choice. I'm delighted about that. It makes it all worthwhile.